Okay, on 40, you're asked to find the antiderivative of x to the fifth on the square root of x cubed plus 1 dx. So you probably think it's a good idea to let u equal x cubed plus 1, but the problem there is that du will be equal to 3x squared dx. And so you're going to have to do some thinking to handle this x to the fifth. And one way to handle it, and this is just clever, guys, you know, you just learn these tricks as you work with these problems, is that you can think of x to the fifth as x to the third times x squared. And what would be good about that is because then you would have just an x to the third, and then you'll have an x squared dx, which you can use right there. Du over 3 is x squared dx. And x to the third is actually up here in your u, so you can solve for x to the third. X to the third is equal to u minus 1. So right here, notice that x to the third is equal to u minus 1. And note that x to the fifth can be written as x to the third times x squared. And so what we can do is we can write this x to the fifth. I guess I'll write it. So it's x third, and then I'm going to write square root of x cubed plus 1, and then I'm going to write it as x squared dx, just to help you see that there's that x squared dx, right, which is right there. So you're just going to do 1/3, and that'll be du. So you have 1/3, the antiderivative. For x cubed, you're going to put u minus 1, and for this x cubed plus 1, you're going to put the square root of u. So that's like u to the 1/2 power, and then you have your du. Okay, and now you can distribute this u to the 1/2. So this is going to be 1/3 antiderivative u to the, this is u to the 1. So that's u to the 3/2 minus u to the 1/2 du. And now we're just going to add 1 to our exponent, put it over it to actually perform the integration. So this is 2/5 u to the 5/2, because you add 1, which is 5/2, and put it over it, minus, and then adding 1 here, that's going to be 2/3 u to the 3/2, and then plus c. And then what you do is you go in and put what u was, which was x cubed plus 1, in, and you can distribute the 1/3 through. So this is 2/15 x cubed plus 1 to the 5/2 minus 2/9 x cubed plus 1 to the 3/2, and then plus c. So that one had quite a few parts to it that made it a little bit tricky. Kind of had to see how the puzzle was going to go together.